Teen Mom The Next Chapter star Tyler Baltierra has gone on a rampage against adoptees who have had happy experiences. Along with his wife, Caitlin Lowell, they gave up their daughter, Carly, when they were teenagers. Unfortunately, they seem to be having a lot of remorse about what they did and do not want to hear any positive stories. Keep reading for more details. Tyler Baltierra goes on rampage against adoptees. Since Tyler Baltierra and Caitlin Lowell were teenagers, they have struggled with giving their daughter, Carly, up for adoption. Although the teen mom couple felt it was the best choice at the time, things got progressively harder. They welcomed 3 daughters, who need their love and attention, but they have been fixated on Carly. Things became worse when Carly's adoptive parents, Brandon and Teresa Davis, blocked the couple. Dr. Drew Pinsky did reach out to them on the couple's behalf, and that sent mixed signals. They were fine with Kate and Tyler sending Carly gifts, but contact was out of the question. Tyler Baltierra, Caitlin Lowell. Additionally, they sent a clip of Carly singing, but would only allow it to be played if it was on television. Tyler and Kate wrote an open letter to Brandon and Teresa, which they shared on social media. They noted that they would no longer talk about their adoption experience, but would keep advocating. Unfortunately, Tyler was not happy when an adoptee shared their positive experience, making it clear that adoption does not have to be a horror story. More so, there is a lot of good that can come from it, but Tyler clapped back. Tyler Baltierra, the teen mom star, believed that he was doing an amazing job by exposing the infant adoption industry. Moreover, he did not care if this person had a different opinion or enjoyed their adoptive parents. Tyler also added that this person's experience was the exception, which shows he's only thinking about himself. On the last episode of the season, he and Caitlin admitted that they regretted their decision. Fans have had it. Teen Mom fans have had it with Tyler Baltierra and the way he talks down to people trying to educate him. He claims to be an advocate, yet he is only relaying his side of the story and no one else's. They also did not care that Tyler was making this all about himself, which he has a tendency to do. He's of course talking his experience and his feelings, not those of Carly. Because TNC, Tyler more so I think, are incredibly selfish and self-centered when it comes to their daughter. Carly probably has an amazing life, and honestly, it's probably the best thing that she was adopted. For someone who isn't an adoptee and who claims to want to elevate all adoptee stories and not just the negative, he sure loves talking down to adoptees with positive experiences, blocking them or dismissing them. Where is his proof that she is the exception and not the rule? When you cherry-pick your information, of course, you will find that the rule matches your own bias. He's such a horse's asterisks. It is clear that no one will be taking adoption advice from Tyler Baltierra anytime soon. Hopefully, he will listen and stop judging. Do you believe that there are a lot of happy adoption stories, and he is actually the exception? Let us know and stream Teen Mom on Paramount. Tyler Baltierra's adoption advocacy under fire, accused of silencing positive adoptee voices. Maryland, USA, Tyler Baltierra, co-star of MTV's Teen Mom, The Next Chapter, has ignited a firestorm of controversy with his recent social media tirade against adoptees who express positive sentiments about their adoption experiences. Along with his wife, Caitlin Lowell, Baltierra placed their eldest daughter, Carly, for adoption as teenagers. This decision has been a recurring storyline throughout their reality television tenure, and it appears the couple's lingering remorse is fueling a campaign against any narrative that deviates from their perceived horror story of adoption. The couple's emotional journey with Carly's adoption has been well documented. Despite welcoming 3 more daughters, their focus has often remained fixed on Carly, particularly since her adoptive parents, Brandon and Teresa Davis, opted to significantly limit direct contact. This strained relationship intensified when the devices blocked the couple on social media. While Dr. Drew Pinsky, a longtime fixture in the Teen Mom universe, reportedly intervened on Baltierra and Lowell's behalf, the devices maintained firm boundaries, allowing gifts but no direct communication. A brief glimpse of Carly singing, shared only on television, further highlighted the carefully controlled nature of their connection. Shared on social media, Baltierra and Lowell declared their intention to cease discussing their personal adoption experience publicly, vowing instead to keep advocating. However, this promise was quickly shattered by Baltierra's aggressive response to an adoptee who shared a genuinely positive and affirming adoption story online. The adoptee's post aimed to counter the pervasive narrative of adoption as solely traumatic, emphasizing the potential for positive outcomes and a lot of good. Baltierra, however, was not receptive. He publicly clapped back at the individual, asserting that he was doing an amazing job by exposing the infant adoption industry. He dismissed the adoptee's lived experience as irrelevant, stating that he did not care if this person had a different opinion or enjoyed their adoptive parents. In a particularly contentious move, Baltierra declared this positive experience to be the exception, implying a widespread negative reality that he alone was privy to. This dismissive attitude, coupled with his recent on-air admission of regretting their decision to place Carly for adoption, has left many questioning the true nature of his advocacy. The backlash from fans has been swift and severe. Viewers are expressing exhaustion with Baltierra's perceived self-centered narrative and his apparent unwillingness to engage with diverse adoptee perspectives. Many accuse him of hypocrisy, claiming he purports to be an advocate for all adoptee stories but actively silences those that don't align with his own. One fan commented, "He's of course talking his experience and his feelings, not those of Carly. Because T&C, Tyler more so I think, are incredibly selfish and self-centered when it comes to their daughter. Carly probably has an amazing life and honestly, it's probably the best thing that she was adopted." This sentiment highlights a common critique, that Baltierra's advocacy appears to be more about his own emotional processing than a genuine desire to uplift all voices within the adoption triad. Another disgruntled viewer wrote, "For someone who isn't an adoptee and who claims to want to elevate all adoptee stories and not just the negative, he sure loves talking down to adoptees with positive experiences, blocking them or dismissing them. This points to a pattern of behavior that undermines his stated intentions. The perception is that Baltierra is actively creating an echo chamber, promoting only the narratives that validate his personal struggles." A particularly scathing comment read, "Where is his proof that she is the exception and not the rule? When you cherry-pick your information, of course, you will find that the rule matches your own bias. He's such a horse as asterisks." This directly challenges Baltierra's assertion that positive adoption stories are anomalies, suggesting his advocacy is driven by confirmation bias rather than a holistic understanding of adoption. It is clear that Tyler Baltierra's recent actions have alienated a significant portion of the Teen Mom fanbase and the wider adoption community. His aggressive dismissal of positive adoptee experiences has led many to believe he is ill-equipped to offer genuine adoption advice or advocacy. There is a widespread hope that Baltierra will reflect on the criticism and begin to genuinely listen to the diverse experiences within the adoption community, rather than judging them through the narrow lens of his own regrets. The question remains, are there indeed a multitude of happy adoption stories that Baltierra is deliberately overlooking, or is his own experience truly the exception? Fans and adoptees alike are eager for a more balanced and respectful dialogue. Since Tyler Baltierra and Caitlin Lowell were teenagers, they have openly struggled with giving their daughter, Carly, up for adoption. Although the teen mom couple felt it was the best choice at the time, things have gotten progressively harder. They've welcomed 3 more daughters, who need their love and attention, but the couple has remained fixated on Carly. Their situation became more strained when Carly's adoptive parents, Brandon and Teresa Davis, blocked the couple from direct contact. Dr. Drew Pinsky did reach out to the Davises on the couple's behalf, which apparently sent mixed signals, as they were fine with Kate and Tyler sending Carly gifts, but direct contact remained out of the question. Baltierra's outburst against happy adoptees. Now, it seems Tyler Baltierra has gone on a tirade against adoptees who share positive adoption experiences. This controversial stance has ignited a firestorm of criticism across social media. Many are interpreting his strong opinions as a direct result of the couple's profound remorse over their own adoption decision, leading them to seemingly reject any narrative that doesn't align with their personal pain.